was in the green room, man.
Naturally, you're truly, man, loving life.
Yeah, mic check 1, 2, man. How you feeling, man?
Man, am I feeling glorious, brother? You know, I'm in here with the green room, man. It's been quite some time we've been trying to, facilitate this moment, this history right here, my nigga.
Yeah, this is one of them interviews. Like, if y'all watching right now, this is one of them motherfuckers I've been trying to get for a minute since I started this shit.
Most definitely, and I'm gonna be honest, the homie deserve it. Like, a lot of people don't. You dig what I mean? I ain't saying it on no flexing, but everybody ain't got that depth to them. And I respect the homie vision as well as his movement, man. So naturally, we here.
Yeah. Man, I'd have been harassing niggas for them interviews, man.
Shit, you be on nigga ass sure. Hey, he gonna pull up on you.
Nah, for sure, man. But look, anybody sleep under a motherfucking rock, you know what I'm saying? Never heard of D Flowers. One of the most unique, authentic, creative artists out coming from Houston right now. You know what I'm saying? Just doing your thing. Yeah. Man, how long you say you been rapping? You like that intro?
Man, I flow with that, but now that boy say, hey, I could think back when I was a kid, that boy was spitting that shit. And I almost spit it just now. That boy said, I pull mad girls and send your boyfriends home, the quiet dark skins and the freaky yellow bones, the bad caramels and the white girls with loot. I might treat myself to a Mexican or two. I was on bullshit, I'm telling you.
Back in the day, as a kid.
I'm a young boy now, but when I was the youngest boy, like, I was on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 24. So when you think about it, I probably really started rapping. I would say I probably been rapping for 15 years, to be fair.
For sure.
And you do the math, that's when I probably wrote my first song.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And so, you say that you're 24, and a lot of people, when you look in your comments and shit, or even old interviews, people be surprised how young you are.
Man.
Just because of the voice. I think the voice, and then also just the way you come at this shit.
Naturally. They tell me that shit all the time. I ain't gonna stand like a lot of shorties be telling me my motherfucking vibe be like I'm way older. Like, females mainly be reminding me, boy, you on a whole nother page, like, for a young boy, because I run into a lot of people frequently that might not, like, be familiar with somebody my age moving how I'm moving. Like, they ain't seen it too often, So being that I am vibing how I'm vibing, that shit do be bizarre. I kind of understand what y'all saying.
So, how do you feel, though, when they tell you that? What you think?
I embrace it. It's like, I don't know too many people my age, like, on my same type of time, but I'm going to keep it franky. Like, I'm so used to it. It really ain't much to, like, hear you say it, but then, like, I don't know. It really don't register that. Because I feel old. You know what I'm saying? Like, as you by nature, majority of us, as we get older and older and older, we start to feel it. And it's like, shit more serious, my language this year than it was last year, no matter what. As time progresses, by nature, responsibilities come in, all kind of stuff start going on. Life just get more intense. For the better or for the worse for some people, God willing for the better and, for us for the better. But it definitely is intense at times. So as I progress and get older, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling more now than ever.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Not in my feelings, but I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Naturally.
But you definitely, young in the game. And then as I get to know you, when you listen to the music, it's definitely a young, fresh, youthful
Thank you, my dog.
That come with it. So you ain't missing nothing.
Thank you, my dog, for real. Like I say, man, I could say I've been rapping for 15 years, but not on wax. Like, this is something I had a love for. And I definitely want to claim. A lot of people gonna try to sound fly and be like, I've been rapping for 2-3 months. Yeah, you know how these niggas be. You know what I'm saying? They gonna try to make it seem like they fly, like they made it out of nowhere. Yeah, I made it out of nowhere too. If I want to be real, actually released a song for the first time probably like 3 years ago. But I fell in love with music like when I was a kid. And I kind of like start trying to like rhyme my words even back then. So if you tell me how long I've been doing this, I'm gonna keep it real and say 15 years. And if you tell me how long I've been actually in the music business, going towards 3 years, maybe 2 years I've been dropping music, you know what I'm saying? So,
nah, for sure. 3 years you've been rapping, you know what I'm saying?
Naturally.
What was it the main thing that made you just, you know what I'm saying, focus on this shit?
A lot of stuff. you know, our life being as serious as it was, coming from the environment we came from. Being in the hood, you know, growing up in everyday bullshit, just like the average young nigga from the hood. And a lot of people lived in one hood, man. I lived in at least 10 to 20 hoods in my city, man. My mama and, you know, the people that was raising us had us everywhere because, you know, we wasn't always stable. So I done seen a lot of these different sides and different hoods in my city. So it's like growing up in and out of these hoods, you're going to go through hood shit every other day. And sooner or later, you're going to get the motivation, if you play it right, to be like, man, fuck this, I want to go to the NBA. Oh man, fuck this, I want to go to the NFL. You know, the average hood dream is the NBA, NFL, or rap, because we look up the rappers as well. So it was like, man, I don't know. I got influenced by like just wanting more because I was having less. And that led to me saying, you know, I'm going to start taking myself more serious. So the seed was planted with that. Then I started going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like the average.
You started going young?
I'm going to be real. Compared to my homies, not young. Compared to the environment I come from, statistically, I went to jail late because my first time going to jail was 18 years old. Period. That's the first time I ever got arrested. And that's a late start coming from where we come from, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of my peers were going since juvenile ages, and they actually went to juvenile facilities. I'd never been to one. It did, excuse me. By the time I started getting into the mischief, it was grown folk time, you see what I'm saying? So thank God we ironed out them wrinkles. But that kind of motivated me. You know, when you 18 years old, catching your first case over some petty ass shit, and then you having to bond out and life getting serious all the way around you just because you 18, you know, you want to do shit on your own. You want to definitely go shopping. You want to get a rent if you want to have a girl come to your crib. You don't want her to be at mama's house all the time. You want your own rent. You want the rent come rent money. You know what I'm saying? You want to whip. You want to move around, pull up to the scene when you feel like you need to be. You know what I'm saying? So we were trying to swag out. I'm 18 years old, like the regular 18-year-old trying to swag out. But I'm coming from the hood, so it's like more going on. I'm having partners that all in jail, like I said, they've been going to jail since we was kids. I'm having homeboys that unfortunately we lost at an early age, you know what I'm saying? Like by the time I was 18, I probably had just something like 2 or 3 dead homies or something like that. Nothing too crazy, but you know, God bless and rest, you know what I'm saying?
That's
but
more than enough.
More than enough, man. One is outrageous, but when I say nothing crazy, I mean like, you know, I'm not gonna never sit here and make it sound like the worst life because we was happy, man. Even though we was poor, we went through what we went through. We was happy poor, homie. I'm gonna be real, we was so poor, we didn't even know we was poor, how happy we was just as innocent kids. Around the ages of 16 through, I could say 15 through 18, that's when the poor start hitting you different. The hunger pains is outrageous, the difference, you know, you start noticing like it really is hard on mama. I can't really wait on her to come back with McDonald's every day. You see what I'm saying? I got to get up and even go steal a can of chili from Family Dollar. So it started with us stealing and finessing and, you know, taking out trash in apartments for $1. And that led to us going in people's cars. And now we knocking on the cars and opening the doors. And then you go from that to finding guns in the cars. And then you taking them guns and doing whatever you will. You know, innocent children making these mistakes, man. But all that type of cycle kind of motivated me to do music. Why? Because I had lost a certain amount of people to all kind of boy stuff and fractions, and it was nothing else for me to do almost. My first song even dropped while I was in jail, and I came home, you know, after doing a little bull stuff 4-month stunt, but it was more than enough, like we like to say, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That little 4-month stunt, you know, it shook me enough to know that, man, you know, this real, and we playing with our life almost, you know, girlfriend, you know, you can't reach her when you want to reach her, man, mama, shit stop by you.
That jail,
losing cars, all kind of stuff. So,
that jail is hell, man. For sure. So, when you first started rapping, the main slogan that I remember you coming with was "Represent Poverty."
You know that?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, and if you know me, you know that because that's what we stuck to, and that's what we sticking to. Represent poverty for me is like more so. All right, keep it simple. I come from poverty. I come from less fortunate, so to say. We wasn't third world country poor. You know, it's places we haven't seen or been where they had it worse. So like I say, we was happy. Like my mama ain't never let us just be out here stressed out as kids. You see what I'm saying? Like even though we seen things growing up, we had a childhood, man. We enjoyed it. It might have lasted shorter than a lot of people's does, but I can still recall being happy poor. You see what I'm saying? So when I say represent poverty, I mean, I come from that, but it's not as bad as people think it was. It just was something that we had to go through. How I look at it, it's how I like to look at it. Like, in this opinion, as well as a way of life I adapted to. A lot of people relate, so some people gonna be able to embrace it. Some are those that have their opinions, and they're entitled to that. But I feel like I represent poverty's progression. Yeah, I'm from the bottom. Yeah, I'm from the trenches. Yeah, we from the hood. But what after that? We trying to go international with this, and that's our approach. Yeah, I'm from whatever area code my mama had me in, whatever Section 8 apartment was lenient with rent. My mama or your mama might have pulled up to that little spot because they could get in easy, and that's the block we ripping. And a lot of people like to live and die by that corner that their mama could afford. You see what I'm saying? And we get lost in that, unfortunately, and we don't believe that we should represent that on a global scale sometimes. I just feel like representing poverty, those two words together, is bigger than me saying, yo, I represent being poor. Now I represent the cream of the crop.
Coming from that.
And I represent the righteous rising to the top. And I represent, the most pure poor people you could ever meet. You know what I'm saying? Some of the most, the cloth that's almost extinct. You find good people when you find less fortune, because we have to make means with just do, with just a certain amount. We have to make just do with a little means. So, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of, it molds you to love different, so I love different. So when I say represent poverty, it's about love, it's about, longevity, it's about impact, it's about influence. I don't want that poor young child that's 8, 9, 10 to feel like they stuck in poverty necessarily, because they see me with all the motherfucking jewelry on and the car that they want to say bingo to. When I ride by Rolls Royce or Bentley, they say bingo and punch. They be spike and punch each other to my car. You see what I'm saying? That flatter me. They give me so much motivation. So I want them to know I still represent them. I don't want them to think that we different because our finances is different. We not really different. I still represent you. I'm just riding this $300,000 car right now. I just got $300,000 on my neck, perhaps. These are luck of the draw situations, and you can make your chances. You can heighten your chances of the success, like you see such, if you understand that it's more after. Field trips motivated us as kids. It showed us more than the neighborhood we grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like taking these kids on a field trip when I say represent poverty, and making that music that I like to describe as represent poverty, because it's like I'm painting a picture for them, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm painting a picture for those who never been inside the ugly, how ugly it could really get. I'm telling the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't believe in just telling y'all the ups and not the downs.
Nah, for sure.
That's